Welcome back, everybody. I trust you are enjoying the day at Digital Disrupt. First of all, from everybody at iGel, thank you for being part of it. And thank you to all of our sponsors and our speakers that have taken part today. I really hope you enjoyed the keynotes this morning, the panel sessions that we've had, and obviously the huge amount of breakout sessions that were available over the last couple of hours. If you're not able to join all those breakout sessions, or some of them clashed, then please be aware that this platform is available to you for the next 30 days. So you can log on and you can consume all of that content over the next 30 days, no problem at all. Come in and out as much as you like. Likewise, if you've got any colleagues that you feel would benefit from watching any of those sessions, then they can access the content too. It's not too late to register, so please share the registration link, disrupteuc.com, with them, and they too can consume that content for the next 30 days, as can you. But we are not finished yet. We have still got an afternoon worth of content and also some fun coming up. So in the next hour, we're going to be joined back on stage by Jed, our CEO. He's going to be speaking to Calvin Xu from Citrix before we head over to our Oktoberfest happy hour. This happy hour includes the world-known EUC quiz, which is delivered by our very own DJ Gersh. If you've not been on one of these EUC quizzes before, then you've definitely been missing out. So please hang around for that. And it also includes some more fun and games from our Oktoberfest Beer Master General, James Dunn. We've got a host of prizes to give away during that happy hour. We've got a green egg barbecue. We've got Bose sunglasses. We have got a ton of solar power banks and some other iGel goodies, thanks to our sponsors at Printalogic, Login VSI, and also at NetApp. The other thing we're going to be doing during that happy hour is we're going to be giving away 2 of our 5,000 home office tech bundles, which is part of our Workspace Cool Place campaign. If you've not entered that competition yet, then please, you can still do so. www.workspacecoolplace.com. You can enter into that contest. And even if you don't win today, there's still a chance to win a $20,000 home office makeover. But with that, I'm extremely grateful and excited to welcome onto the stage our next speaker. Recognized as one of the UK's top ethnic minority leaders, Dr. Rashada Harry is known in particular for her thoughts on diversity in the workplace, employee engagement, and helping the next generation of talent reach their potential. Rashada is an enterprise technologist at Amazon Web Services, as well as being the founder of Your Future, Your Ambition, a social enterprise which aims to encourage young people aged 7 to graduates from unprecedented groups into science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics related careers. She joins us at Disrupt today to speak to all of us as a sector to the responsibility and the opportunity that we have to improve diversity for the future. And with that, I'd love to welcome to stage Rashada. Hi, Rashada.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can.
Good. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm going to leave the stage, you with the stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you all very much for inviting me to speak with you all today. I'm just going to put my slides into slideshow mode, not to spoil the excitement. Bear me 1 second. Apologies for the slight delay there. Hold on. Here we go. Wonderful. So thank you very much. To introduce myself, I'm Dr. Rashada Harry, and I've worked in the technology industry for the last 15 years in the UK and also across parts of Europe. And in that time, I've witnessed firsthand the challenges, the changes, the resistance, and the fears around diversity. So I'm going to talk to you a bit today around my perspective as a Black female in the technology industry, and and share with you why it's important. So for me, it's a very personal journey. If you hadn't noticed, I'm a Black woman in tech, and a couple of years ago, I might as well have been a unicorn, because when I joined the industry, there was hardly anyone that looked like me, especially in leadership positions. When I joined, I was selected, and I was very fortunate to be selected out of 8,000 graduates to join a global technology company. And out of the 44 of us that were selected, I was the only Black person. So I was in a position where I had to navigate the industry in a large global organization with no visible role models across any of my protected characteristics. And sad to say that when I left that organization, almost 10 years later, I was the only person in my role that looked like me. So conversations like these are really important. They're not just a diversity tick in the box. It's a living reality for me, like so many others. And these conversations are very, very prevalent now more than ever. So in light of the pandemic, it's never been more clearer that organizations today have no way of knowing what kind of challenges we're going to face in the future. But what we do know is that with every challenge that's in front of us, we will need diversity of thought, diversity of perspectives, and diversity of skills to embrace the uncertainty, the rapid change, and the innovations of what lies ahead. And in my opinion, therein lies the opportunity. So the tech sector, for those of you that didn't know, is expanding 3 times faster than the rest of the UK economy, and it's worth over £180 billion today. However, diversity remains a key challenge in the sector at large. Today, only 15% of the technology workforce are from Black, Asian, and minority backgrounds. Gender diversity is sitting at 19% in comparison. But I bet none of you listening today would have known that across 350 of the biggest British PLCs, fewer than 2 in 10 CFOs are women, or 5% of firms are led by female CEOs. Nor in the FTSE 100, there are more CEOs called Peter than there are women at the top job. In addition, I bet you didn't know that at board level, only 3.8% of the women represented are Black. So when you hear stats like these and you see the ones represented on the screen, you cannot deny that there isn't a problem to be fixed. And at the time when collectively diversity is at the kind of forefront of a lot of global discussions, we do have to dig a bit deeper to understand why, without inclusion, diversity is redundant. So it's well documented that diversity obviously has advantages when it comes to innovation and finding solutions to complex tasks. It also is well documented that diversity within an organization makes for a more successful company. When you look at neurodiversity in teams, such as the collaborative effort of working with different cognitive styles and how that can have astonishing effects on work culture and inclusion, there is a question to be asked. We know that racially diverse companies outperform industry norms by 35%, which proves that companies committed to diverse leadership, simply put, are more successful. We know that the Parker Review stated that a diverse workforce with streams that promote employee engagement and opinion lead to inclusive thought, experience, and expertise. But what we need to understand is that diversity does not equate to opportunity. They are not one and the same things. Diversity within an organization, in my view, does not always include the innovation, the inclusion piece. And I often use the analogy that diversity is being invited to the party with everyone. Inclusion is the DJ playing, I don't know, black coffee. I like South African house music. But opportunity is seeing me involved on the dance floor, present and engaged, and saying, do you know what, Rashada, come over and DJ and make decisions that are going to have an impact on everyone dancing. So in a technology context, I'll take a little bit further. It's inviting me to the conversation, the diversity. It's asking for my commentary and acknowledging my input as inclusive. And then the opportunity is allowing me with others to work collaboratively to make decisions that impact the technology industry, not just the majority. So with that in mind, we have to ask ourselves, is the technology industry the lighthouse for opportunity? We have certainly started the journey, but there is definitely more to be done. So I know us as individuals, we often think, well, I work for a large organization, but what can I do myself collectively to make a difference, or even independently? Well, as you know, I'm very passionate about this topic. And I started an organization called Your Future, Your Ambition, which seeks to educate, inspire, and encourage young people from diverse backgrounds from the age of 7 right up to graduate age into pursuing careers in science, technology, engineering, the arts, and maths. YFYA seeks to strengthen the link between education and industry, and we work to inspire the next generation to realise their potential in STEAM. At YFYA, we bring together industry role models and people from underrepresented groups to encourage them and showcase to young people the opportunities, as well as provide guidance and insight around the skills and attributes that are required for a long-standing career in our industry. To date, we've had over 7,000 young people come through the doors, and we've been fortunate enough to see dreams become a reality for a lot of young people. But this isn't something we have done alone. We rely heavily on volunteers, people within industry, to come and help and give back and give that insight to someone else from the younger generation. None of this could be possible without the organisations that have supported us to date, some of which I'm sure you will recognise, and a lot of which are either organisations you've worked with or as your customers. But these organisations, and that you can see on the screen, and by no means are they all of them, have been just some of the organisations that have shared this thought and this premise that diversity within their organisation is important and it's needed. And more importantly, what is important for us at YFYA is that we build a community of organisations, a community of people that care about the next generation of people who are coming up into our industry, who are innovative, who are making the difference, and who want to do something that's going to be different for our industry in terms of innovation and moving things forward. But none of this is possible without the people in the organisation that contribute their time, that take their time to mentor young people, to impart their nuggets of inspiration and advice that really make a difference to changing the lives of young people, to help them realise their potential and opportunities in STEM. This is particularly important for young girls and people from ethnic minorities who often can't see what they can't be. So for them, when they come and they meet the volunteers, like you can see on the screen now, who come from all walks of life and backgrounds that they can relate to, it absolutely strengthens the opportunity for a young person to see that a career in our industry is something that they would like to do, and that's possible for them. At YFYA, as I said, we've been running since 2012, and to date, we've had a number of industry role models join us. And our 2019 event, we were really fortunate to have over 300 role models and volunteers come with us on the day to provide engaging insights and activities. Over 900 students received mentoring at our event, and 80% of the 1,000 young people that joined us said that they would consider a career in STEAM after attending YFYA. So we're really proud of that, and we're really proud of the fact that it takes a community to make this a collaborative effort. So you might be thinking, well, actually, what can I do? You know, we've already heard there's a business case for diversity and inclusion, so we know why it's important, and we know it's important to act on it. But I believe the technology industry is worth it. I believe the next generation is worth it. And I believe we can all individually and collectively play a part in making a difference. But to be included, you need to put your hand up. You need to put your best foot forward and say that, you know what, this is something I'm going to take on, not just for myself, but as part of my organisation. Being a role model is a responsibility that we each have to play. And, you know, not only in our communities, in our home life and in our working organisations, but together as individuals, we can make a difference. And that's what we've built the foundations of Your Future, Your Ambition on, to be a positive force to encourage and inspire those who come behind us. I often say, as Michelle Obama has said, we have two hands, one to help ourselves and one to help the next person, either beside us or behind us. And that's what the foundations of YFY are about, to help young people realize their opportunities, make sure they understand that the narratives around the technology industry being male, stale and pale are just myths, and it's not the reality. So we need to do our part to make sure the next generation are informed, they're engaged, and they lead with knowledge that the technology industry can bear a fruitful opportunity and career for them, and that their individuality and their diversity is valued. After all, diversity is not a threat to who we are, but it makes us who we are. So I'll leave you with this final quote: lead by example to help those behind you, to inspire those who are not able to see the path before them, and to set alight the possibilities in technology. Thank you all very much for your time.
Rashada, excellent. Can you hear me okay?
I can, thank you.
Oh, good. I'm back in. I just, if you don't mind, it's quite unusual and it doesn't feel normal to do this, but I would like just to take 2 seconds just to ask everybody on the call to give you a virtual round of applause, because I do think that was an incredible session. I know full well that if we were doing this live, you'd probably have a room of about 500, 600, 800 people now, depending on where we were delivering it. And I know that would have sparked a lot of thoughts in a lot of people's minds. So I thank you for that. I also like to thank you for your time today, and obviously what you're doing for the foundation and for society in general. I think it is absolutely amazing. As a member of the IGEL leadership team, I know that diversity is obviously a continued topic of conversation and an important topic for us. I know that some of the employees that we've got have been to some of your events before, and I know that we're going to try and work with you throughout next year again on some of these items. But you know, the leadership team is obviously led by Jed Ayres, and I know it's a very important subject to him as well. So I think it might be quite nice if we just get Jed back on to the stage. I think I will leave you. I'll thank you again. I'll leave you in the hands of Jed, and thanks again.
Thanks, Simon.
Well, hello, Simon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear.
Oh, great. Well, thank you, Simon, and thank you to Rashada. As the father of 2 daughters, I'm very grateful for the conversation and your organization's mission. Obviously, diversity is front and center today with the challenges we're facing around the world, and I think it starts with a personal commitment and an open mind. So I just want to let you know you can count on IGEL.